Why is it every YouTube video that you watch, pretty much, I would say 99.999% of them, no matter what genre, no matter what the niche is, no matter whatever, there's always a like and subscribe, and now there's a hype, and uh, if you like the video or you want to see more, you're either going to like it and subscribe it, or you're already subscribed and you like whatever that is. So I'm not going to do that. I don't. I kind of find it a little bit. I'm not. I can't say the word is insulting, but not to that level. But it is like, okay, if you like it and you're going to want to see more, then you're going to do the things that are going to bring it up in your algorithm more, right? So I'll just leave it at that. My name is Friday, and this is the 420 Tarot Lounge. I want to thank you for stopping in, following your intuition if you're new here, by selecting this video to watch. So we're calling in Sovereign. I don't do like a yoga type ritual, I guess you'd call it. I do partake in the plant that God has given us, and that is part of my meditation. I tend to my garden. I have my hands in the soil. I talk to my plants. Um, right now, my oregano is about. It shares a bed with, believe it or not, potatoes and onions, with some surface plants of beans and peas. So yeah, it's kind of mushed in there, but that is part of my meditation, tending to my garden. So we have called in Sovereign, and we are going to clear the air here. I want you to take some deep breaths, um, relax, let go, be still. We are only requesting messages from those spirits that Sovereign approves. Thank you. I do have to douse that out because there is a smoke detector not far from where I am, and it tends to set it off. So we have. So I have been doing this channel for, I guess it would be like 15 months or so, and I enjoy it. I enjoy reading the cards, whether it's filming it and posting it online, or for somebody else. Some I do for myself as well. Um, so all I'm asking is, if you want to support me, to please stay to the end. Alrighty. Knight of Pentacles. Did you take your deep breath? Relax, be still. Knight of Pentacles. Ten of Cups in reverse. Five of Swords, sorry. The Magician. This is a 7, it's a 7 across, and the Magician is you. So I feel like, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Two cards. The Empress in reverse and the Fool in reverse. Ooh. Okay. This is the Devil is on the bottom. Oh my goodness. Okay. I feel like there's a house of cards that's going to fall, whether that is in your personal sphere or more broadly. And I think that you're not prepared for it. I think that there's a possibility that your efforts, you may have been pushing your efforts in one direction when uh, under with this devil card here over the magician, it's like you're under duress. You're forced to do something. This, I feel like when you first started on your uh, what you thought would be your journey, you had big plans. You understood what needed to be done to get what it was that you wanted. You Something upended that on you, and you managed to survive it. You managed to combat it. So this could be anything with this devil card here. This could be anything from that you managed to survive or come out on top, and maybe to the chagrin of others. I don't know if that's the right word. Um, but this devil card here, I feel as though you are the magician here, and this is something is not aligning properly. So my readings are timeless, and I do encourage you to use discernment while consulting tarot. Um, my only, or not my only, but one of my goals or hopes is that whatever you take away from this channel uh, enlightens you in some way. Okay, so here there's, oh my god, there's so much instability. I it's as though, like I said, it feels like there's a house of cards falling or going to fall, and you're not prepared for it. So I would have a, it would be to your advantage if you had to look around at the people in your life, how they influence you, possibly your values, even your whether that is your values, family values, community values, um, and what you value. So I feel like uh, there's a very strong indication here that there has been some sort of negative influences on your, I'm going to say on your person, on your psyche, how you've been taught things, why you've been taught things. But while being caught up in all of this and fighting for this house of cards, you've not prepared for an alternative. This is what this is telling me. You've not prepared for an alternative, whatever that is. Or you've not prepared to go without, or you've not prepared to move forward. Let's get some additional cards here, Sovereign. Okay, that one just slid out. The Six of Cups in reverse. Definite. Your gifts. So whether that is your the way you communicate, how eloquently you speak. Maybe you're one of those that you could be like, you could sell you could sell oceanfront property in Arizona, I guess, or in the desert. Um, Four of Cups in reverse. Look at this. Okay. Two cards. Eight of Wands in the upright. King of Pentacles in the upright. Can you see all these? Let me just back the camera a little bit. Sorry if that means doesn't fall over. Oopsie. My floor and okay. Now you can see all the cards. Five of Cups. Dear, my dear. Oh, my dear. Seven of Cups. There is Three of Cups. Okay. Okay. And the underlying energy is the Knight of Wands. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was getting a little worried there. All right. Um, I feel as though this house of cards that's crumbling, um, there, the Six and Four of Cups in reverse. Well, I mean, it's like a Ten of Cups here kind of deal. Um, in reverse again. That you may have. Uh, I think that you have attempted to try to upright the situation. Maybe given with this King of Pentacles here, it feels like you may not be providing or showing your true talents, um, uh, or your full spectrum. So your full spectrum of talents. Um, but you've been trying to upright this, and you've been trying to interject some kind of changes, maybe, or ideas to improve. And you're you're not being taken seriously, and and because of that, that's why this House of Cards is coming down. But this negative influence is just beyond belief. Look, beyond belief. You must prepare for eventualities. Um, in looking here with this king, with you as the King of Pentacles, uh, I guess we'll call this unleashing your full potential. Um, you're going to have to be able to visit your regrets, your buyer's remorse, be still and put them to rest. Then this devil energy it seems to overlap into this part of the reading here, and this Seven of Cups is distractions. It is trying to decide one thing or another, and then so you get close to choosing, And then all of a sudden something comes up on this item that makes it more intriguing. And I feel like that this is part of this devil energy, especially under the Empress, because there's almost like an ungroundedness there, not knowing what to do, kind of a little scatterbrain. But I see here, even though the Fool is in the reverse here, this pertains to not being prepared, not being ready, being forced into something. But this Three of Cups, and with this Five of Swords, after you've been through shit before and you've come out on top. And I feel like here, this is you may be bouncing up and down and kind of a little bit, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But it's like, be still, be still. I kind of like this card, the tea party. And I've actually become a little bit of a tea junkie myself. But there is um, I'm not going to say that it's going to be all sunshine and roses, but I feel like there's going to come at some point here, you're going to fall into some type of pattern or some type of uh, emotional stability that is going to allow you to look at things um, at a distance without allowing it to. So be still. Be prepared for this house of cards to fall. Whatever that is for you, it is a house of cards and it is going to fall. It, it's going to, or severely interrupted in such a way that it's going to cause chaos. You're going to get through that somehow, some way. You're going to get through that. But the I'll call it the poison that was put inside of that was put inside has it's starting to backfire, and you need to be prepared for that. So whatever that is for you, let me know in the comments. I do read all my comments. Um, and if you think somebody needs to hear this message, please feel free to share it. Um, I'm going to get an angel number for you. This Knight of Wands is, okay, I'm going to take charge. This is, I am going to, uh, I've got to be ready. I've got to be looking out for me and those that I'm responsible for. That's what I'm seeing there. And I feel like you've even got a lot of ideas going on. Your angel number is 111. Honesty. Life goals, mission, sense of self, honesty, important projects. It's that time of intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your, it also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is of priority right now. Okay, so this could be because this house of cards is going to fall, as I said. Now, when you see the number 111, I actually watched a interesting and eloquently delivered explanation on some of the angel numbers. A lot of people look at this, and I'm going to actually use some of the information that I got from this particular channel, and I will mention it, and I will also put it in my description. But the channel is Tarot Logic, and Paul is very enlightening, and he did a really good video on the number 777, and it was eloquently delivered. But anyway, so 111. This is not uh, a lucky number or a feel good number. It's a trigger that are you being honest with others, with your family, with yourself, with your children? Are you being honest? And by reviewing how your, we'll call it honesty barometer, you will be able to master honesty. And I think that, especially with the magician here, um, there's I feel like instead of using your craft for whatever this was, your a 111 is a reminder that you're striving for something better. Okay, and maybe I also feel with the Knight of Wands and the King of Pentacles here that you may have an issue with being able to assert yourself, and that's what this is, and your this House of Cards is going to force you into it. Okay, we're going to get some advice. I know I already pulled the angel number, but I just feel like I have to pull from another deck. The Luna Soul. This, so these two, they kind of feel a little bit heavy, I think. And this is more, and then of course this is more of a lighter. Um, illustrations are a little lighter. So let's see, Sovereign, and your approved spirit messages. Didn't pop out. That's what happens for me. They either pop out or stick in my hand. Four of Swords in the reverse. This is not the time to rest. King of Swords in reverse. You will be there will be lawlessness. Two cards. Death in reverse. With Justice in reverse. Okay, so without, okay. 8 of Deuces. Your advice is to get to work, get yourself prepared for whatever eventuality it is with this House of Cards falling. And like I said, this could be in your personal sphere, in your community. It could even be larger than that. Okay. Your advice from Sovereign, and I want you to use discernment when consulting tarot, is get off your duff. Learn to cut through the bullshit. That is part of the master cutting through the bullshit, and then your talents all your talents. You'll be able to reveal them. Without this transition, without justice, there will be no transition. That's this. Okay? So, that's your reading for today. Today is a Friday. My name is Friday. Spelled a little differently, but hey, I want you to have a glorious weekend. Enjoy the good weather if you are fortunate to have it. And if you're having rainy weather, be still. Read a book. I hope to see you again, and I wish you much love. Namaste.